Good morning, students. As you all know that we have eventually studied everything about the directors, about their appointment, who are the directors, about their qualifications, what are the duties and that the director has to perform, and what are the powers they are possessing in, right? And what are the disqualifications of a director, what are the restrictions on the directors, what are the liabilities of the directors, and at what time a director is terminated from his job, or after what happens after the director's retirement, right? So all these things we have already studied about the directors. So today we are starting the KMPs, that is the key managerial personnel. Key means very important. Managerial means those persons who manages the business, and they are into totally a complete package for managing the company, right? This is the meaning of the managerial. It is not always possible that every director is involved into complete day-to-day management of the company, because we have seen the types of directors, right? So who are these people who are continuously managing the business? Who are these people who are into a complete package or a complete term of managing the business? And personal means the person, the human resource. So this is the complete meaning of this word KMP. And key managerial personals are very important, and they play a major role in managing the business and in grooming the business on behalf of the shareholders and the other directors as well. Now let us start with the KMPs. KMPs means the key managerial personals. These important people help in assisting the board of directors, and eventually after the team of the board, after the board of directors, there is a group of people who are actually present in the company for a long time, and these are the people who are appointed or allotted the work, and these are the people who are actually giving time to the company and helping the directors in assisting in their work, in the administrative functions, in the official work, in managing the human resource, in managing the legal formalities for the company, right? So these people need to work under the control of the board of directors, of course, because they are only the supreme authority, who are given the extreme powers by the owners of the company, that is the shareholders. So of course these people are should work under the board of directors, because they are the representatives of the owners, and whatever decision, whatever implementations they are going to implement in the company, they are going to start in the company, they are going to make the rules for the company. So eventually these are the people who let these rules follow in the company, who are these are the people who are actually giving the employees these type of work, distributing and everything on behalf of the directors. These people are doing, because these people have to be present throughout the day in a company. Unlike directors, the rest of the directors do not have to stay for the whole day, but these are the important persons who have to stay throughout the day in a company, and that is why they are given more importance, because they are the people who know everything, every detail about the company. So let us see who are these people: the CEO, or the managing director, or the manager. So ultimately, many a times the CEO, that is the chief executive officer, this position, this designation in a joint stock company is given to the managing director. So these managing directors play the role of the directors also, and also of the chief executive officer, that is the CEO of the company, and manager and the managing director. These two people are of course they are having the difference in between them, in their functioning, in their appointment, in their position, right? But the or words here create a little confusion here, why this word or is added here between the managing director and the manager. See, managing director is the representative of all the directors. He is one of the directors, and a director appointed or elected by rest of the directors as the representatives for the directors. हमारे सारे directors का representative हमारा managing director है. So this is the criteria for the appointment of the managing director. Manager is just the manager of a particular department of any section of company, any institution or any section of that work or particular work, or manager can be sometimes replaced, right? So these two people are having very different powers, very different authorities, but we cannot appoint at a time in a company managing director also and a manager also. इन दोनों में से कोई भी एक ही appoint हो सकता है, and that is why यहाँ पर the option is given that managing director or the manager. The second is the company secretary, of course. The third is the whole time director. What is the difference between a whole-time director and managing director? We will study later. But whole-time director, by the name suggests that these directors are there for the whole time in the company. Sometimes when the managing director is not available in the company, so there should be a director for the day-to-day decision making in the company, and that is why whole-time director should be present in the company. Then there is chief financial officer, CFO, for managing the finances, and any other officer as may be prescribed by the Companies Act or by the Articles of Association of that company. So these are the people, categories of people that should remain in a company, and these are the people who comes under the category of the KMPs. Now, under Section 203 of the Companies Act, it is also stated that every listed company or public company with a share capital of 10 crores or more should have the whole time KMPs that are as follows. That means these three type of officers in that company is essential for the appointment, especially for those companies which are listed, which are public companies, and they are with a share capital of more than 10 crore rupees. So these listed companies or public companies are imposed with so much of restrictions because they work at a very large scale, and if this much of funds, this much of human resource, this much of efforts, and everything is involved in such a type of company, so that is why it needs more restrictions, more rules and regulations, more proper guidelines or proper set of rules to work with, right? So that is why because public companies work on an extremely large scale, and that is why this company needs key, it should be followed, it should be implemented, it should be worked in a very proper manner, and that is why a few restrictions or a few strict rules have been imposed on the public companies. So let us see who are these people. The first is the managing director, chief executive officer, manager, and in absence whole-time director. या तो फिर the company has to appoint a managing director or the chief executive officer, and many a time CEO is, the designation of CEO is given to the managing director only. ठीक है? अब if the managing director, the director is unable to appoint, then they can appoint a manager. अगर manager appoint किया है या फिर managing director appoint किया है, but we need a person जो इन दोनों के absence में हमारे company में रहना चाहिए for the decision making, right? Because the other officers, the CFOs है, company secretaries है, they cannot give the decision, they cannot approve for anything just as the power a director is having, right? They do not have, they are the professionals in their particular fields, they do not have that such power like the directors have. So definitely we are into need a particular director as a managing director or as a whole-time director to take the decisions on behalf or in the absence of a manager or a managing director, and hence if these two important people are not present in the company, we will be needing a whole-time director. The second is company secretary and the third is chief financial officer. And also none of the whole-time KMP can hold office in more than one company at a time. एक बार में एक कंपनी से ज्यादा ये दूसरे कंपनी में काम नहीं कर सकते. जैसे we have studied कि directors are allowed to work in more than 20 companies at a time. ठीक है, but this is not the case with the whole time director. This is not the case with the managing director. The other type of directors, alternate directors, additional directors, nominee directors, these directors can work in more companies, more than one companies, but these people who comes in the category of KMPs, they are not allowed to work in more than one company, but except if it's a subsidiary of the company. But if it is a subsidiary of some other company, for example, our company has taken over XYZ company, so he is the managing director of our company also and that company also. So in this situation, this case is allowed, and at the same time without the permission of board. And in some situations, if the board of directors allows, or if the articles of association of the companies allow, then in extreme or severe cases, this case can be practiced in real life. Now, who is the managing director? A managing director is a director who is given the extra substantial or more power by the directors, by the rest of the directors, right? It can be according to the Companies Act, it can be according to the Articles of Association, and this director is elected by the other directors on the basis of his expertise, on the basis of his experiences, on the basis of his time he can allot to a company, because the managing director needs to be present for the whole day in a company. So if the person is proper, matlab if he is agreeing to give a proper time for the company, whatever is required for by the company, if the person is capable to give his experiences, and if he is stable to give a proper decision making for any petty decisions in the company, so yes, that is the person who is elected as the managing director by the other directors. As all the directors are not available in the company, they cannot come regularly in the company, they cannot visit the company every day, so that is why they need their representative for the day-to-day management. But whatever big strategies, big implementations, big decisions are to be taken, those decisions are taken by all the directors collectively. But when the work of implementing them into the company comes, then the managing director is the correct person who does everything related to the management of the company. So it is decided in any general meeting or in any board meeting, a resolution is passed, and based upon that, a managing director is elected for the company and for the management of the affairs of the company. Now let us see the appointment of the managing director, how a managing director is appointed and under what conditions a director is appointed or given the position of the CEO or the managing director in a company. So the appointments can be made by an agreement with the company. So there should be an agreement with the company when the directors have decided that this should be the person as the managing director for our board. So in this situation, an agreement should be made by the company and with the company, and based upon that agreement, he can act as the managing director in the company. The next is the resolutions passed by the company in the general meetings or in the board meetings also, so that the shareholders should also know, and eventually the directors have decided their representative, and then after allotting that person the managing directorship, after that they should have tell it to the shareholders also, who are the owners of a company. So they should know who is the director, who is managing our company, who is the managing director, who is dealing with the day-to-day handling and managing of the company. The next is a resolution passed by the board of directors. So whatever decision the directors have to take, they are always taking it in the board meetings. So whatever decisions are being decided or taken in the board meetings. For that you need to pass a resolution, and as soon as the directors have decided ki yes, this person will be the managing director, they pass the resolution by his name, and then immediately that person can take over the position of the managing director in the company, and hence he can start managing the company. And the last is a clause in the articles of association in the company. So in the articles of association of your company, it should also be mentioned that a managing director should be there in the company, and he should be the other directors should have appointed him or as a representative for themselves. So in if this condition of managing director or manager or whole time director is present in your company, so whatever criteria your company is depending upon, that criteria you need to follow by checking the articles of association of the company. Now, the Act states that a managing director can be appointed by the board of directors, of course. The first condition and the general criteria in the practical life of the corporate world, this is the condition where the other directors appoint their board of director, managing director. The terms and conditions of the appointment and remuneration should be approved by the board of directors at its meeting. So whatever appointment conditions for its appointment is there, and whatever remuneration will be there, whatever work managing director has to follow, whatever substantial powers he is having, everything is being decided by the other board of directors. It is approved by the other board of directors, and then only he is handed over his work. This appointment is subject to approval by the resolution in the next general meeting. So this appointment subject to means this is the condition that in the next annual general meeting, this resolution which you have finalized in your board meeting by all the directors, this thing should be decided, whenever it is decided by the directors, it should be approved by the owners of the company also, that is the shareholders, right? So this condition, as soon as the directors have decided ki yes, this is the person who will be appointed as a managing director, they have passed a resolution. So this resolution they need to show it and get approval from the owners also, from the shareholders also, and then that the managing director can act in a company as a managing director. Now, what is the term of appointment of the managing director? Means at what time the managing director should be in the office of the company or should handle this position in that company. So the term of a managing director is for 5 years. Every director's term of directorship is up to 1 year. In every annual general meeting, it is being updated that we need to continue with this director or not. So the shareholders decide that. But with the term and the appointment of the managing director, the term of appointment is of 5 years. For 5 years, this managing director is appointed in your company. He is being working in your company, and after 5 years, the upgradation or the change or the removal of the managing director comes, and it is ultimately decided by the same procedure which we have discussed in the previous slide. Now, what are the disqualifications for the post of the managing director? We have studied what are the qualifications and under what conditions the managing director is being appointed. Now we will discuss what are the disqualifications when a person is not capable to be appointed as a managing director. So the first is any person less than 21 years or more than 70 years, he is not eligible to become the managing director of any company. So this is the basic condition, that the person should not be below 21 and he should not be above 70. In some situations, if the person is above 70 and we are into appointing him into our company as a managing director, so in this situation you should pass a special resolution in the meeting, and then you need to mention in an explanatory note that what is the reason for his appointment, what are the conditions, for which reason, for which purpose you are appointing him as a managing director in your company. And of course, the condition of 21 years, less than 21 years, it is never negotiable. 21 years is the minimum age a person can become a director, managing director, but with the experience, the knowledge also grows. So this condition of more than 70 years of age, this is sometimes accepted, and that is why this condition is also added in your textbook. Now, and the NB word is the nota bene. This is a Latin word. This means कि you should note well what is noted in the above, matlab in the statement that is being put over here. So this statement actually is a rare condition in practical life. Sometimes it is a little negotiable and giving it is given a little consideration, and that is why this is uh, under the word note well. The next is any person who is undischarged insolvent and at any time being adjudged as an insolvent. Matlab this person who is who has become insolvent, right, and he is unable to pay his expenses, he is unable to handle his expenses, he is declared insolvent or bankrupt by the bank. So this person is not eligible to become the managing director of any company. The next is a person who has suspended payment. Suspended matlab rok dena, immediately to stop. So suspended payment to his creditors at any time or made compositions with them. Compositions मतलब होता है negotiate करना with the creditors that he is unable to pay the payment because of any financial problem, and in this situation he is negotiating with his creditors ki I am giving the amount matlab if I need to give 50,000, so I'm negotiating with them ki I will only give 30,000, 35,000, 25,000 because I am unable to pay because of the financial conditions, or these type of compositions when a person is making with the creditors or negotiations ki abhi hum itna paisa nahi de pa rahe hain, that is why you should give us time, or actually not time also, he is unable to pay any further payment, right, बहुत ही कम पैसे वो पे कर सकता है, and that is why this negotiation is done by the person with the creditors, and if this is the situation then he is also not eligible to become the managing director of the company. The last is any person who has been convicted by a court of law of an offence with a sentence of more than 6 months of period. If the person is convicted by the court, banned by the court, and he have suffered the 6 months of imprisonment, or he has been convicted by the court for more than 6 months, so then this person is also engaged and in an offence by the court, and obviously this person is not fit, he is unfit for managing a company as a whole time personnel, and that is why this person is also not able to become the managing director of the company. In the next slide, we are going to check the powers and the duties which are being given by the company and by the other directors to the managing director. The first is the managing director is appointed to manage the affairs of the company. Company के जितने भी issues है, company के जितने भी day to day work handling है, everything is to be managed by a superior authority. Of course, the employees are there, but employees will only work a particular section of the work. But when we talk about the management, so management of anything depends upon managing a wholesome work of every department, of every field, of every section of the company, and for this work we will be needing a managing director who is having the authority also to keep a check on other people, and if he asks any questions to the people, so the people or the employees are liable to answer him because he is in that position, and that is why we required an authoritative position for any person who will be superior to them, so that the other people will listen also to them, and also to manage the day-to-day working and take a little bit of decisions which is needed to be taken in the company on day-to-day basis. The second is the powers and the duties of the post of managing director. It is defined by an agreement made with the company. जब भी company के साथ आप managing director बनना चाह रहे हो और you are elected as a managing director, then a contract with the company is made, और उस contract में या agreement में लिखा हुआ है कि what are the powers you are having, what are the duties you need to perform, everything is mentioned in that. So उसके basis पे the managing director decides what are the work he needs to do. The second is by the memorandum and articles, whatever things or rules in the management and the memorandum and in the articles are mentioned. Of course, वो सभी को करना है जो भी company से associated है, internal employees also and external people also. तो सभी को memorandum and articles को follow करना ही है. तो of course these people have also to follow the memorandum and the articles of association of the company also. The next is by resolutions passed by the boards and members. Company के owners, that is the members, company के managing authority, that is the board of directors, ये लोग कुछ भी कोई भी मीटिंग में डिसाइड करते हैं और वो एक रेजोल्यूशन बन जाता है, एंड हेंस वो सारे रूल्स, वो सारे रेजोल्यूशन, वो सारे वर्क, वो सारी जो भी प्रोविजंस बनाए गए हैं बाय द डायरेक्टर्स एंड बाय द शेयर होल्डर्स, वो सारे के सारे हमको हमारे कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज से या वो रूल हमारे कंपनी में फॉलो होना ही चाहिए. एंड द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर इज द पर्सन हु कीप्स अ चेक कि whatever things or whatever important things a company decides or the company is planning to incorporate in the company, so everything should be managed in an efficient way and everyone has to follow those updated rules in the company. Done. The next is managing directors is entrusted with the substantial powers of the management. Substantial मतलब होता है extreme. So whatever powers a management committee or the board of directors in a company is having, the same powers, the same directors or even more than that powers and directors a managing director is having, because he needs to have that power, because on daily basis whatever work he is having, whatever work he is committed to do towards the company, so in this situation many problems arises, many situation arises where he only as a director he is the person who is available at that moment and other directors are not available. So what at that time he will do? Of course he has to take the decision, kyunki the work should go on, the work should not stop, and that is why he is given an extra more power as compared to the other directors, ताकि in terms of the emergency, in terms of a great difficulties और day to day functioning of the company should not stop, वो अच्छे से चलना चाहिए, efficiently चलना चाहिए, इसलिए उसके पास powers होते हैं तो वो decision ले सकता है. And the next is the power of managing director may relate to particular division of the businesses. मतलब business को जिस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड्स में या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं डिपार्टमेंट्स में डिवाइडेड है, उसके हिसाब से भी हमारे मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को पावर हो सकता है. ठीक है. सो सम फील्ड्स के लिए उसके पास ज्यादा पावर्स हो सकते हैं डिसीजन मेकिंग के लिए, सम इसके लिए उसके पास नहीं भी हो सकते. फॉर एग्जांपल ये फाइनेंशियल ऑफिसर है हमारे कंपनी में, सो ही डजंट नीड टू टेक द डिसीजंस फॉर द financial department. That department will be taken care by the chief financial officer. If the HOD is present for that department, so he does not need to take care of or take care of the decisions of that company of that department. He is having that department is having their HOD, so he will take care of that department. The rest of the company he needs to manage in a efficient way. If our business is very vast, it is very big, right, and we are having so many branches, we are having so much of distributions in our businesses, so much of products in our businesses, so in that situation a company can need more than one managing director at a time. The managing director is required to function and exercise his powers subject to superintendent's control and directions of the board of directors. मतलब बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स ने जो भी मीटिंग में डिसाइड किया या जो भी चीज डायरेक्टर्स ने अप्रूव की है, द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर विल नॉट गो बियॉन्ड दैट डिसीजन और बियॉन्ड दैट थिंग which is decided by rest of the directors. A petty things or the petty issues which are arising day to day, he can take decision on that, but whatever the whole board of directors have decided, the managing director cannot go beyond that. A managing director must be director of the company. Obviously this is the first condition. ठीक है, never the company gives the vacancies for the managing director. Every time if there is a vacancy for a management in a company, so that will be for director only. तो सबसे पहले आपको कंपनी में as a director अपॉइंट होना है, and after that you will be elected. If you will be elected by other board other directors, then only you will become the managing director in a company. So कभी भी vacancies for the managing director नहीं आता. managing director को बाहर से कंपनी में अपॉइंटमेंट्स नहीं होते हैं. First, the condition to become a managing director is you should be the director of a company, and after that, after seeing your performance, qualification, expertise, experiences, and your time you are giving to the company, after that you will become the managing director of the company. Now, in context of above, he has to fulfill his duties, responsibilities and liabilities also of an ordinary director. क्योंकि सबसे पहले जब हमने उसको अपॉइंट किया था, he was a director. तो being a director, जो भी बाकी सारे डायरेक्टर को करना है, वो तो हमारे मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को करना ही है. But after that, what extra duties and what extra powers are given to the managing director, so being a managing director he needs to do that also. That means for a managing director there is dual responsibility. The first is for the director, जो भी सारे directors का function है वो इस director को भी करना है, and secondly जो managing director के powers है, duties है, वो भी इसको करना है. That means the managing director is having the dual responsibilities, the double responsibilities of a director also and of a managing director also. Now let us start with the whole time director. Whole time director, the name only suggests जो director company में पूरा time रह सकता है, पूरा time दे सकता है, that director is known as the whole time director. So this post includes a director who is in whole time employment of the company. मतलब just like the other employees वो आ रहे हैं from example 9 to 5, तो इस director को भी same time मतलब almost same time पर मतलब full time उसको company में available होना पड़ेगा. Not like the other directors की जब काम है, जब मीटिंग है तो 2-3 hours 4-5 hours के लिए कंपनी में आ जाओ. No, a whole time director needs to be present in the company for a whole day or for a long period of time. The next is whole time director devotes his whole full time to work with the company. Of course, he can be called an employee director of a company. Employee director एक whole time director को एक दूसरा नाम, the second name is given because he acts, he actually not acts, he remains in the company just like the time period or a span of larger time, just like the other directors, just like the other employees, and that is why this director can also be called as an employee director, because unlike the other directors who are coming in the company for 4-5 hours or only coming for attending the meetings or taking the decisions, so this director is not doing that. He needs to be present in the company for a long span of time. Whole time director does not exercise substantial powers of management like managing director. तो managing director को जो एक extra powers दिए हैं, जो बाकी के directors हैं उससे ज्यादा जो extra powers दिए हैं, वो extra powers हमारे whole time director के पास नहीं होते हैं. जो बाकी के directors के पास powers होते हैं, same powers हमारे whole time director के पास भी होते हैं, पर managing director के जैसे extreme powers नहीं होते हैं. The whole time director performs important एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फंक्शंस. तो जो भी कंपनी के इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफिशियल वर्क है, इंपॉर्टेंट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव फंक्शंस है, वो सारे फंक्शंस होल टाइम डायरेक्टर नीड्स टू परफॉर्म. Now, the manager. The manager means any individual appointed subject to superintendence, control, and direction of the board. That means an individual who is appointed just to act in the guidance, in the control, in the rules made by the board of directors. So, whatever order to him is given by the rest of the board of directors, whatever rules he needs to do, whatever type of work he needs to do, everything is guided by the directors, and then only a manager can perform. A manager looks after or is expected to manage whole or substantially whole affairs of the company. मतलब कंपनी के सारे इश्यूज को हैंडल करने का राइट एक मैनेजर के पास होता है, एंड ही इज एक्सपेक्टेड, अदर डायरेक्टर्स एक्सपेक्ट हिम टू डू that type of work, whatever work they are allotting to him, so that work he needs to do in a company, and he should look after the company as a whole company. He should not concentrate on only 1, 2 or 3 departments. It includes as a director or any other person who occupies the position of a manager or known by any name. मतलब कंपनी के किसी भी डेजिग्नेशन के थ्रू हम एक मैनेजर को अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं. वी कैन गिव द पोजीशन ऑफ अ मैनेजर also, and he can be a director also who is given the position of a manager, right? So the position of manager given can be given to any person, but a manager is not having substantial powers like the managing director is having. The manager need not be a director, but it is not always compulsory that that person who is appointed as a manager, he needs to be a director. The company can have more than one manager. So जैसे managing director एक से ज्यादा हो सकते हैं, similarly a manager भी कंपनी में एक से ज्यादा हो सकते हैं. Now let us see some clarifications related to the appointment of the managing director and the manager as well. So it is prohibited, मतलब it is not allowed to appoint both managing director and manager simultaneously, मतलब at a time. तो एक ही time पर हमारी company में we cannot appoint the managing director also and the manager also. या तो फिर आप managing director appoint करो, या तो फिर आप manager को appoint करो. Done. सेकेंडली देर इज नो प्रोहिबिशन, मतलब ऐसा कुछ भी प्रोहिबिटेड मतलब नहीं अलाउड है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. यू कैन अपॉइंट अ होल टाइम डायरेक्टर एंड मैनेजर्स एट अ टाइम, मतलब आप आपके होल टाइम डायरेक्टर को और मैनेजर को अपॉइंट एक साथ में कर सकते हो. थर्ड कंडीशन इज अगेन यू कैन अपॉइंट अ मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर एंड अ होल टाइम डायरेक्टर टुगेदर. तो आप मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को और होल टाइम डायरेक्टर को एक साथ अपॉइंट कर सकते हो. एंड द लास्ट इज आप एक से ज्यादा मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर या एक से ज्यादा मैनेजर भी अपॉइंट कर सकते हो, बट ओनली द रेस्ट्रिक्शन इन अपॉइंटमेंट इज आप एक ही टाइम पे मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को और मैनेजर को अपॉइंट नहीं कर सकते हो. But why is it made so? ठीक है. The first thing is when you are appointing the managing director, ठीक है, जब भी आप मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को अपॉइंट कर रहे हो तो उसके साथ आपको एक्स्ट्रा पावर्स भी आ रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स इन सम कंपनीज वेयर द डायरेक्टर्स आर अनेबल टू कम, जहां पे डायरेक्टर्स हमेशा टाइम नहीं दे सकते हैं, इन दैट सिचुएशन हम एक मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर अपॉइंट कर सकते हैं, जो अगर कोई डायरेक्टर आ नहीं रहा है कंपनी में या अवेलेबल नहीं है तो ही कैन टेक द डिसीजन. सो दिस इज द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर. नाउ सम कंपनीज अपॉइंट मैनेजर इंस्टेड ऑफ मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि द डायरेक्टर्स डू नॉट वांट anybody or anyone to be more superior to them, ठीक है, and anybody जो हमसे ज्यादा डिसीजन या ऑथोरिटेटिव पोजीशन में हो इन अ कंपनी. सो द डायरेक्टर्स डू नॉट वांट दैट, एंड दैट इज व्हाई उस कंपनीज में मैनेजर को अपॉइंट किया जाता है, जो एग्जैक्टली व्हाटएवर द डायरेक्टर्स आर आस्किंग देम टू डू, व्हाटएवर डिसीजंस द डायरेक्टर्स आर गिविंग हिम, सो द सेम डिसीजन, द सेम टाइप ऑफ वर्क ही इज जस्ट implementing in the company. So manager cannot take the decisions without asking director. Even a small decision also he needs to ask, but a managing director, he does not needs to ask a small decisions to the directors. He can take decisions on his behalf. So some companies which wants a person who with some powers, so that in the absence of directors also the company would be very efficiently managed. So those companies appoint managing director. But some companies who want total control in the hands of all the directors, they do not want to give a little more powers to only one director. So in that situation, those companies appoint managers. Thank you.